In the sleek, synth-driven world of 1980s rock, the Cars became one of the most influential bands of the decade. Their blend of new wave, rock, and pop created a unique sound that dominated charts and defined a musical era. Most people recognized Ric Ocasek as the band's eccentric frontman and primary songwriter. But behind many of the Cars' most iconic songs was a different voice. Cool, smooth, and unforgettable. That voice belonged to Benjamin Orr. Benjamin Orr wasn't just the bassist. He was the band's co-founder, co-lead vocalist, and the man behind several of their biggest and most memorable tracks. Born Benjamin Orzechowski in Cleveland, Ohio, in 1947, Orr had a background in classical music and began performing at an early age. He played multiple instruments, sang in local bands, and gained regional fame as a teen. Before the Cars, he and Ocasek had already worked together in various failed musical projects. But when they formed the Cars in Boston in the mid-1970s, everything changed. The band's debut album in 1978 was a success, and Orr sang lead on the first single, Just What I Needed. The track became a hit, driven by his distinct voice, strong, steady, slightly detached yet emotional. That same album also featured Bye Bye Love, another song with or on lead vocals. While Ocasek wrote most of the band's songs and often fronted performances, it was Orr's voice that carried some of the most enduring hits. This dual vocal approach gave the Cars a rare versatility. Fans who loved the band often didn't realize they were hearing two different lead singers across their favorite songs. By the time Let's Go was released in 1979, Orr had solidified his role as more than just the bassist. He wasn't flashy on stage. He didn't dominate interviews, but his presence was undeniable. Then came 1984's Drive, a haunting ballad that would become the Cars' highest-charting single. It was a sharp departure from their usual upbeat, quirky tone. Orr's performance was understated, but powerful. The song's production was clean and spacious, giving his voice room to resonate. Drive reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a global success. It later gained additional significance when used in the Live Aid broadcast, pairing its mournful tone with footage of the Ethiopian famine. While Ric Ocasek got much of the credit for the band's songwriting, Orr became the emotional center of their sound. His ability to convey both detachment and vulnerability gave the music unexpected depth. His vocal performances on tracks like It's All I Can Do and Stranger Eyes proved his consistency and range. Outside the band, Orr attempted a solo career. His 1986 album The Lace featured the minor hit Stay the Night, a polished, radio-friendly ballad that highlighted his melodic sensibility. But the album didn't launch him into solo stardom, and he returned to working in collaborative bands for the rest of his career. Despite his contributions, Orr often remained in Ocasek's shadow. The Cars disbanded in 1988, and while Ocasek continued producing and recording, Orr moved away from the spotlight. He resurfaced briefly in the mid-1990s with a new band, Orr, and later reunited with former Cars members for a short-lived group, the New Cars, but it was clear his peak commercial years were behind him. In 1999, Orr was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He continued to perform as long as his health allowed, even taking the stage just weeks before his death. He died in October 2000 at the age of 53. Though his passing was noted by fans and media, the full weight of his contributions to one of America's most iconic rock bands was not immediately recognized. Over time, appreciation for Orr has grown. Music historians and fans alike have revisited the Cars' catalog and acknowledged the impact of his voice. Drive remains a timeless classic. Let's Go, Just What I Needed, and Bye Bye Love continue to feature in retrospectives of 1980s rock. In 2018, the Cars were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and though Orr wasn't alive to accept the honor, his presence was felt. Bandmates paid tribute to his role and his legacy. Benjamin wasn't the loudest member of the band. He didn't seek headlines or build a cult of personality. But through his voice, he became the soul of the Cars. He delivered some of their most important work with precision and depth. His influence is heard not just in the songs he sang, but in how those songs shaped the musical landscape of their time. He was never just a sideman. He was the silent star, the one who gave the band its emotional foundation and whose legacy lives on in every note he recorded.